weekend, most of the people are actually going out of town maybe at the point, so I think that makes it better.
Tonight at 5 is a busy weekend at the beaches. Thousands of people packing the sand for the Memorial Day weekend. We'll take you there in a live report.
Plus, Airbus made a $4.5 billion profit last year. So does it need funding from taxpayers? The pros and cons ahead of an expected city council vote tomorrow.
And we have a few isolated showers out there on this Memorial Day evening. What about our forecast back to work on Tuesday and Wednesday? We'll have the outlook coming up.
At a later date, a year or two from now, decide whether or not the 14th Amendment, how that actually would impact on whether or not you need to do the debt limit every year.
And then lawmakers on Capitol Hill looking over the debt ceiling agreement that was reached by the president and speaker. So what's next? Fox News at 5 starts right now.
Committed to you. First with breaking news and breaking weather. Fox 10 News starts now.
And thank you for looking in on Fox News at 5 on this Memorial Day Monday. I'm Lenny Slagan.
And I'm Shelby Myers. Let's get right to our top story at 5. Yeah, the weather could not have been better for people who hit the beach this holiday weekend, and today was no exception.
It's a Memorial Day tradition for a lot of people, with the crowds not being as large on this Memorial Day Monday compared to what you see on the weekend.
Yeah, our house Sherrick was in Gulf Shores today, where folks told him they'd rather be nowhere else.
Have you found anything yet?
No, but seashells.
They've got a lot of water coming in down there, huh?
Yeah.
Are y'all having fun? You having fun?
Yes.
What's so much fun about today?
We get to dig holes and find treasure.
Sisters Jocelyn and Nevaeh were having the perfect day at the beach. While they dug in the sand, others took advantage of the calm, cool Gulf waters. It seemed almost as many people were in the water as on the beach. With thousands of vehicles heading north, those fortunate enough to spend their day this way were grateful. Orange, you glad to be at Gulf Shores?
I am, yes, I am. I'm a transplant from Pennsylvania. Yep, yeah, I just moved down here.
We decided to come all day today and stay until tomorrow before we leave. So,
was there a reason for that?
It's because sometimes, hopefully, that the majority of the crowd will actually take off on today, Memorial Day.
I believe since it's Monday, we don't have so much of the crowd of the weekend. Most of the people are actually going out of town maybe at the point, so I think that makes it better.
With all the fun in the sun, it's likely that some lose perspective on what the holiday is all about. Not all, though. Joan Murphy and her family from Andalusia are grateful for the sacrifices made by those who've served.
Do you take a moment on a day like this to think about our veterans who gave their lives?
Yes, sir. We surely do.
And do you talk about that as a family?
We do. Very thankful for those people, the men and women that fought for us. We sure are.
Reporting from Gulf Shores, Hal Sherrick, Fox 10 News.
Well, it's also been a safe weekend on Baldwin County beaches. Both Orange Beach and Gulf Shores lifeguards say they only had about half a dozen water rescues.
While you are out traveling today, you can still expect to see plenty of state troopers. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency's Summer of Safety campaign is underway. So as always, make sure you buckle up, drive the speed limit, and avoid any distractions like texting or talking on your phone while you drive. And if you've been drinking, do not get behind the wheel. There will also be extra patrols out on the water. So the same rules apply there if you're going to be operating a boat.
And several volunteers, runners, and other participants lining up for the Memorial Day flag relay. Check it out. That relay starting at around 7 o'clock this morning. Runners taking off simultaneously from several locations, stretching from West Mobile to Baldwin County all the way to Pensacola. Runners in pairs carrying two flags, the American flag and the other with the words, "We support troops." And it also bears the symbol of each military branch.
People in Milton taking some time to remember those who paid that ultimate price for our country.
Yeah, it's the annual Memorial Day ceremony. Ardation Smith now with this story.
Hello! For over 20 years, residents in Milton have gathered at the Santa Rosa County Veterans Memorial Plaza to honor the lives of those who died while serving our country.
And a lot of our guys didn't make it back home that started out and started their careers here. And we want to honor those who never gave the ultimate sacrifice.
Organizers say it's one of their biggest Memorial Day crowds in quite some time. People took some time to look at some of the monuments and the names of fallen heroes while reflecting on the true meaning of this day.
As we so often hear, freedom has a price, and each generation pays its dues. Today is our day to say thank you to those who foot the bill.
It's also a somber day for people like Robert Castor, who honored his dad, Navy Lieutenant Robert Castor, who died in 2011 of complications from cancer after serving in the Vietnam War, and his son Nathan Castor, who died in a motorcycle accident while serving as a missile technician on the USS Alabama.
It's a hard day. Every day is a hard day, especially when you lose your child, our only child. Without him, it's kind of sombering.
Castor was on hand as the Milton Garden Club dedicated a new Gold Star monument, which will serve as a tribute to all Gold Star families who lost a loved one in the military.
I'm glad to see it. The banners all around the park, just people remembering the ones who didn't make it. They said over 1 million people have died since the birth of this country, and these are just 2 people right here, and they're my heroes.
Dacian Smith, Fox 10 News.
All right, it is now time for a check on your forecast with our chief meteorologist, Jason Smith. And we're taking a live look now at Orange Beach, and you can see just how many people are out there taking advantage of this extra day. This Monday, they're off on the beach, and Jason, the weather is pretty nice for them too.
We did see a little rain shower through that area earlier, but now it's clearing out. And let's look at our headlines here on this Memorial Day. So very mild tonight. We get the overnight lows still in the mid 60s for Mobile and Pensacola, with some right at 60-degree stuff in the inland areas. Very enjoyable there. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine. Looks like a beautiful day. We will see maybe an isolated shower tomorrow, but a little better chance of some storms for the second part of the week. So as far as rain down around Orange Beach, we just had one thunder shower roll right off of Perdido Key. It's out over the Gulf now, and it looks like a couple of leftover raindrops behind that back in central Baldwin County. Pretty quiet though overall. See how this storm is now offshore, and you get over towards Gulf Shores and it is rain free this afternoon. We had a thunder shower threatening Dauphin Island, but that fell apart thankfully. And then checking Baldwin County, still some spotty showers. Somerdale, Alberta, one little pop-up shower there, but the main area of rain is now well out into the Gulf of Mexico that brought us the storms towards the beaches. Our Futurecast model says that tomorrow will be fine, but Wednesday we may see some isolated showers. This is Wednesday afternoon, so midweek starting to get the pop-up showers going again, and may see a little more than that on Thursday. Looks like a pretty good scattering of rain showers and storms in our area on Thursday. Hanging at the beach and not going back to work tomorrow, well, looks like a nice weather day. 88 degrees, a extreme UV index. We've been seeing plenty of that going on. You got to really put on that high SPF sunscreen, and a low risk of rip currents continuing. Overnight lows tonight down around 60, even some upper 50s in the inland spots to the north and east. Mid 60s Mobile and Daphne, upper 60s in Pensacola. The tropics are quiet. We're not officially in hurricane season, but we have seen late May storms before. Nothing really brewing out there. We'll watch the Bahamas and South Florida as we finish out the work week. Could see a little low pressure area developing there. And looking at our day planner tomorrow, temperatures ramp up. We get in the mid 80s. We hang out there, even some upper 80s at times tomorrow. A few clouds mixed into the afternoon. Long range rain chances Wednesday 20%. Thursday, 40%. A little better chance of showers and storms, and that should keep our temps down some. Overnight lows creeping up to near 70. Daytime highs getting so close to 90 degrees, and some scattered showers are possible by Sunday and Monday of next week. So we're starting to get a little pop-up shower activity. We're also looking at hotter temperatures as we go along. Lenise?
All right, thanks, Jason. You know, the hurricane season is starting this week, Thursday, and NOAA says it's going to be near normal. This is the first time in 8 years the May outlook for storms hasn't been forecast for an above average amount of storms. The agency predicting, though, 12 to 17 named storms About half of those expected to be full-blown hurricanes and 1 to 4 likely major hurricanes. Fox News is committed to keeping you and your family safe this hurricane season. Next Sunday night at 9:30, be sure to join us for our storm season special. Again, that's right here on Fox 10 News.
Well, the Daphne Animal Shelter closes today with several animals still in need of adoption. 8 dogs, several kittens, all need forever homes. The Daphne City Council recently approved funding for a new state-of-the-art animal shelter to be built on the site of the current location. It's on Johnson Road. Demolition and construction are scheduled to begin on Wednesday. Now, during construction, the animal shelter will operate out of a temporary facility, includes a kennel trailer and an office trailer and a play yard.
Mobile City Council and County Commission set to vote on incentives for Airbus totaling $20 million.
But does a corporation that made a $4.5 billion profit last year need taxpayer funding? Our investigative reporter Brendan Kirby is looking into that.
The Mobile City Council is poised to vote Tuesday on an incentive package to support this massive assembly line already under construction. The $10 million, spread out over a decade, mostly would subsidize the construction of Airbus's third final assembly line at its Brooklyn Aeroplex facility. Part of the money would pay for job training. Supporters say the money will help create 1,000 new jobs, and Airbus won't get all of that money if it doesn't hit job targets. The Mobile County Commission is discussing a similar $10 million package, but County Commissioner Randall Dewitt has raised equity concerns.
A lot of my concerns, everybody knows, it's the same as it always is with every corporation that we give our tax dollars from the citizens of Mobile County, that's their money, to a corporation, and some of these people own local businesses who struggle, who can barely keep their doors open.
Airbus previously told Fox 10 News that the company is grateful for its strong partnership with state and local leaders. The incentives up for a vote are unusual in that the money would support an assembly line that's already under construction. Troy University economics professor Daniel Sutter says governments usually use incentives to lure new businesses or expansions over other competing sites. This project already is happening.
So the rationale in terms of trying to lure or keep the facility in this case is pretty weak.
But Professor Sutter says it's also a good idea to maintain a strong relationship to prevent a large employer from even exploring other options in the future.
There's an old line I remember from college football coaching. If you wait for some other school to come and recruit your coach, and then you're going to try to make a deal to keep them to stay, it's probably too late.
Despite concerns, County Commission President Connie Hudson says she's confident the incentives will pass.
Airbus has presented a tremendous opportunity for Mobile County and the city of Mobile, really the entire region. I mean, when you think about it, to be the 4th largest airplane manufacturing facility in the world, that the company is right here in Mobile, how fortunate that we are to have that partnership.
The state of Alabama also has pledged money towards this project, but after repeated attempts, the Department of Commerce has not gotten back with us. Reporting in Mobile, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.
Alberta police are investigating a shooting that left a juvenile injured after a domestic violence incident. This happened Saturday around 8 o'clock in the morning on Kleinschmidt Road. According to investigators, Emmanuel Perez was taken into custody after police say he and his wife got into an argument. During that time, Perez allegedly threw his phone to the ground, pulled out a pistol and shot the phone, and that's when debris hit his son in the face, causing minor injuries. Perez is charged with reckless endangerment, obstruction of justice, and resisting arrest. He's being held at the Foley Correction Center on a $2,000 bond.
Atmore police investigating an early morning deadly shooting. It happened at around 2:15 in the area of Carver Avenue and King Street. Now, when officers got there, they found 2 people had been shot. Both victims taken to the hospital. One died from their injuries. The other is in serious condition. The motive is under investigation.
All right, let's take a look at what's happening out there with our Hampton Inn camera, and it's a pretty decent flow of travel. You know, we're starting to see a lighter volume of traffic on the roadways, but we need to check and see what's going on with that I-10 Bayway just to reassure you here that things actually look pretty good along I-10 between the Florida line across Baldwin County and all the way back over towards the Grand Bay area and the Mississippi line there. We just had a rain shower go across Perdido Key, so we may have some wet spots there, but most of the roadways are dry and all clear leading into the Wallace Tunnel, so no problems. As we zoom in here, you can see quiet conditions on our roadways. We go down towards the beaches, and definitely some folks down at the beaches right now. You can see around Orange Beach a little slow, and in Gulf Shores, and same thing over towards Perdido Key. Pensacola traffic check also looking good on this Memorial Day. So as we typically see on the holiday itself, the travel is not nearly as intense as it is on the Friday before the holiday weekend. And so things are looking a little better there.
All right, Jason, thank you. President Biden and House Speaker McCarthy announcing a deal over the weekend that would avoid a disastrous default for the first time in American history. White House officials are saying their part is done, and now it's up to the Speaker to sell it to his people. The agreement raises the limit through 2025 while capping any increase in federal spending at 1% for the next 6 years. The bill should be ready by tomorrow. After that, lawmakers will have 3 days to look it over.
Question that everybody's struggling with is it enough? I haven't committed yes or no yet.
Lawmakers now look ahead to the next debt ceiling fight in 2025. Last week, President Biden said he would not raise the debt limit without Congress, but apparently that does not mean it's off the table for later. The House Rules Committee is expected to meet tomorrow afternoon to prep the bill for a full debate.
All right, well, that's about it for us on this Monday.
Yes, hopefully you're enjoying the day out there, and of course we want to honor those who have sacrificed it all on this Memorial Day.
We'll see you back for the news tonight, starting at 9.